Hello and welcome back to Brock's Basement. This is my comic book pull list for the week of May 31st, 2023. It's fifth week, so let's get right into it. And there's not going to be very much, so fair warning. First up, we have the DC Pride 2023 coming out right before Pride Month. I've read a couple of these. They're pretty good. I like the stories. They're good. They're solid. They're quick 8-page ones. If you're curious about any of the characters, I highly recommend checking it out. But definitely something that is a fun book to check out, or book to read. Next up is one I gave a try to issue 1, and issue 1 was fantastic. If you get it, if you can, go back and grab a copy of issue 1 and pick up a copy of issue 2. But Deep Cuts by Kyle Higgins. What can I say? This is really good, solid, just comic books. The first one was a story about a musician in the South, and just what that person, up and coming young musician, was going through, and kind of a, what's the best way to describe it? It was a moral of the story kind of thing, or karma will bite you in the ass kind of book, and it was really good. I really liked it. I highly recommend Deep Cuts. If you haven't yet checked it out, please do so, and if you like it, keep going with it, because yeah, it's really good. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 1072. Looks like we're going to be getting some Solomon Grundy territory in this issue. I have not yet read any of the Ram V Detective, or I'm so far behind on Detective and Batman. I probably will have to take like an entire month and a half just to get caught up, but we'll see. Next up is Icon and Hardware in Worlds Collide Act 1. This is issue 3. I read the first issue. It was okay. I'm going to see where it goes. I have liked the Milestone books themselves. Static is the only one that was like, I did not continue with the Static stuff, but all the rest of them I've enjoyed. Next up is Power Girl special number, or just a one-shot. If you like Power Girl and you missed Power Girl, here's a one-shot. It's written by, let's see who's written this one. Williams. So we'll see what happens there. There's a bunch of variant covers. I'll get to those. But yeah, always fun to have a Power Girl story. Next up, we have Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, issue 5. Again, I pick up the Star Wars High Adventure stuff for myself and my kid to see where it goes. But hey, what can you do? I'm behind on it. And finally, I know, very short. I told you. We have World Tree number 2, James Tynion. The first issue is really good, so if you can, go track down a copy of issue 1. But you should be checking out World Tree. I can't wait to dive into issue 2. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's it. Again, it's a 5th week. There's a couple other big books coming out. The Amazing Spider-Man 26 with, spoilers, the death of Miss Marvel. Sorry for those of you who didn't know. It's been on the internet for like 2 weeks. They even ran it on E! Entertainment or whatever. We've talked about it at length on the podcast. My brief thoughts behind it are, why? Miss Marvel dies in a Amazing Spider. Why? Why doesn't? Oh, she can't die in her own book because she doesn't have her own book. Oh, you're gonna bring her back because the Marvels. Yeah, it's for me. It's frustrating because this really feels like it's stuff connected with the TV show and the movie and all of this stuff. And Zeb Wells is the one writing all of this in some fashion. So it's more. This seems more like gimmicky than it does a natural flow of a story. Hey, spoiler, Miss Marvel's going to come back at some point, most likely in a miniseries, right when the Marvels movie drops. So, yeah. And they've already kind of said that. I don't know. I'm just... It bothers me that they're doing this in the Spider-Man book when they could have easily done it in a Miss Marvel comic if they were actually publishing a Miss Marvel comic, or at least had a Miss Marvel comic miniseries to put it in. I got no idea. All I know is that it seems gimmicky, and a lot of people have been saying Amazing Spider-Man's not been good. So what can you do? I did get the variants. I know I don't like to rag on books, but sometimes it's just the dumb stuff that happens and the kind of way things come about with it. It's just, I'm getting too old for this shit. Variant covers for this week. I picked up the Jen Bartel variant for the DC Pride one shot because, it's got Harley and Poison Ivy on it. This one has shiny foil on it. So I grabbed that one up. Power Girl, I picked up the Amanda Connor one there. Classic Amanda Connor cover. Art Germ, of course, has a variant for the Power Girl special with the, showcasing the boob window. So, of course, sucker, I had to get one of those. And then Dave, I'm kind of going to butcher his name, Nakayama, or DNA, had his cover that had Fire and Ice on it. So I decided to snag that up because I really like Fire and Ice, Justice League International, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that is it for this week. So a couple things are going on in the next, basically for the month of June. Ryan Higgins, the co-host and owner of Comics Conspiracy, is going away for a month. Him and his wife had a anniversary trip to Japan planned in 2020, and for reasons that everybody should know already, they were not able to go. So they are finally going on that anniversary trip this year, and they are leaving the end of this week. So that means Marshall and myself are going to be manning the store, so I will have a lot more responsibilities at the shop, and all of that fun stuff. Not like I can't handle it, because I've done this stuff in the past, and I've been working on comics for 16 years. So that should be fine. We will not be recording episodes of the Comics Conspiracy podcast, however. Ryan, there is a notorious episode with the DC Rebirth special that I cannot remember the number, but it was back in 2016, I believe. And it will go down in history as one of the ones. The reason what Ryan doesn't want us recording while he's gone or not present. So that's why we've had a lot of skip weeks. I'm hoping to add some more content on here. Maybe just kind of do a live stream in the evening on Sunday or on the evening on Monday. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Whether or not people watch it, who knows? But I will. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. If I have somebody, if people are interested, cool. I'll keep doing it. But yeah, for the meantime, while the podcast is off air, I'm going to try and pick up the slack here at Brock's Basement. So stay tuned for more. Always fun. So yeah, I'll play the podcast real quick. You can listen to more of me normally on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. The episode we just finished recording, I think it's 588. But, I'm probably, who knows? I don't check it. I stream of just here. There's no editing. We talk about the Flash movie that we were able to see an advanced screening of last week on Monday. And really, really great. I cannot wait to see the Flash again. My kids want to see it again. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out The Flash. I know Edge of the Spider-Verse or Edge of the Spider-Verse 2 or whatever the animation one comes out this week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to seeing it this week. And I think I'm going to have my kids go watch it Wednesday of next week. So we'll see on that one. But anyway, we've talked about The Flash. We talked about Image going exclusive with Lunar distributors, which means that Diamond has now lost a huge, 80% of the market for distribution. Granted, they still distribute some of some companies like Marvel, but they're sub things. Like Image will be a sub distributor of Image. But so why would you go through there to get less of a discount? I don't get it. Anyway, that was a big news. Check out the episode. There'll be a link in the description below to head to the podcast. You can check us out. If you are new to the podcast, maybe check out some old episodes. Track down that one that's, the infamous DC Rebirth special was the one. It was 2016, I believe. I can't remember. Ryan was away on vacation, and Ryan Scott and a few others of us recorded a podcast because big thing was dropping for DC, and oh man, was it a hilarious nightmare. Listen to some subsequent episodes after that as well. Ryan let the other hosts have it. I didn't get it because I was the one trying. So anyway, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. You can also follow me on Instagram at Brock's Basement. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. Even though we're off, we do appreciate if you still help us out. It goes a long way. Thank you to all our Patreon packers. It again helps out a lot. Yeah, I think it's a short week. I don't really know too much else going on. I'm trying to think. A whole bunch of movies are coming down the pipeline. Summer's going to be starting up soon. I'm at like 2 days away from being off of the day job, and I start the new schedule on Saturday with the shop, so fingers crossed things go well. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.